We are recording.
I'll do a bee dance.
Do the waggle dance. Waggle, 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 waggle. Got quite a few on this. And there is some captive brood. There we have it. Got her Dunsky. Man, she's gorgeous. Guys, we found our queen.
Finally.
See that? Alright, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Jake and Mrs. Jake here from GD Honey Acres. Today we're going to go ahead and do another inspection. We've also got an ulterior motive that we're going to try to utilize. This is a one-handed queen catcher from Man Lake. I saw a few people using these. So as you can tell, we're going to try to catch our queen today if we see her. And the marker with the blue, which is the color for the 0 year, correct?
0 and 5, yep.
Yep, 0 and 5. So we're going to try to mark her today if we could see her and catch her. It's a nice, 76 degrees currently?
Yeah, it's pretty warm.
It feels pretty warm. I don't know how you guys in Texas and the southern states do this in full suits.
Yeah.
Up here in north, we must look like a bunch of sissies complaining about the heat. But, alright, let's get started, eh? I'm not Canadian. It's just, yeah.
Eh.
I'm hoping pretty soon we'll be able to go ahead and start putting frames in this top box. Hey, girls.
Like there's a lot over here. Hello, ladies.
Hi, ladies. It's just us again. One good thing I like about this Hive tool, it's got a J hook on it. That'll help grabbing the frames. Still nothing on this frame. Nothing. Well, a couple bees on it. Looks like they're measuring it out. They're feeling it up, going through each cell. A little bit of wax buildup on this side. Good, good. They're starting to on this one.
Okay.
All right.
Let me make sure that my orientation is okay.
This one's got comb starting on the outside. I'm guessing we got a lot of drawn comb on the inside here. So now we're going to start looking for our queen. Sorry, lady. I am going to try to keep the frame over the brood box just in case she's on here and falls out. Ooh, yep, we got a lot of brood on here. I don't see her on this one. I would think after we saw her last time, she should be pretty darn easy to see. Once again, 1 egg per cell, quite a bit of cap brood. There's larvae. I think we're doing good. Looks like they've got bee bread on the outside of the brood, which is what you want. I am seeing some sugar water stored, which is okay. We're not looking for honey this year. All right, I don't see her. Let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
Ugh.
We've got those two glued together, kind of building the comb together between
the medium and the deep. Now we got to really start looking for her here.
Especially be really careful on these because they don't have the foundation in between on that burr comb.
Yeah. I'd still like to know what you guys think, if we should get rid of that double or not. I'm probably going to send a message to John with the Hive Jive and see what he thinks. My guess is he's going to tell us to get rid of it. She could be between them. That's the problem there. I'm guessing that when I ask, he's going to tell us to go ahead and remove them. Or at least one side of it, then push the rest of them to the edge.
Okay, so this is the deep that we put on here
between
the two mediums last time.
Oh, wow. They've already drawn that out.
They've drawn it out pretty good. There's our queen.
Where?
You see her?
I don't.
Well, I do.
Where? All right, now how this queen catcher works, it's got a plunger. Then you kind of put it like that and you kind of gently let her in.
Show me that one more time. I was zoomed in
with
too far.
my thumb, you
Okay.
just push it in like that.
Got it.
Now where'd she go?
Where'd you go, queen?
She's on the edge here.
Okay, kind of wait for her to get to a better spot.
This is going to be the part that's a little tricky. Get in here. She's right along the edge here. I just don't want to squish our queen.
Yeah, that would be a bad day. That's why you're doing it, so if anything bad happens, I'm not responsible.
Uh-oh.
She's up in the corner. She's kind of getting a little agitated with you. It's like almost like she knows what you're doing. Which she might, because since we got her in a package, she has been caught and singled out before.
Ooh.
Now she's on the edge.
Come on. I just don't want to kill the other bees either.
Yeah. Totally get it. She's hiding in behind these other guys. Oh, there we go.
And we got her. When you're gonna mark her, you want to kind of create a little drop right there so you get some already on the end of your pen.
That way you're not pushing on her.
All right, girl, you need a flip. I better get my finger in there. Get a little bit more. All right, then you got to let her sit in here. Oh, shoot, that's the wrong one. Got to let her sit in there and dry for a bit before you put it back in, because the ink will actually give her a little bit of a different scent.
Let me get a good shot.
It'll give her a bit of a different scent. You don't want to put her back in right away.
Yeah, she is.
Because with that
not
different
happy.
scent, the workers will actually be like, hey, you're not our queen. We're going to murder you.
Nah.
So let it sit here for a little bit. Let that paint dry. Just a little drop. That'll make it much easier for us to see her in the future. I'm glad we found her right away. This worked rather well. I was really paranoid about squishing her or something like that, but it seemed to work rather well. I did it with one hand. Held the frame on there, just kind of kept moving the frame with the one hand and operating this with the other. I'm glad putting that deep between those two mediums. That seemed to help them not bridge that comb across.
Yeah.
That really helped that out. So far we've seen some good food storage going on. Pollen, bee bread, seeing where they're storing the sugar a little bit. They're drawn out really well now. Hopefully they're going to start moving on these outer combs soon. Let's go ahead and release her.
Should we pull one out and set her on it?
Sure, I'm gonna need help though.
Okay.
Grab one side. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Go, my queen. You're going the wrong way. There we go.
There she is, bright blue spot. Let's see how they react to her.
I think we're good. They're pinwheeling on her.
Okay.
So I think we're good.
All right, hope so.
Man, look at all that cat brood on this one.
Looking good.
Looking great. Oh, that makes it so much easier to see her.
Yes.
So I'm going to give that Man Lake one-handed queen catcher, which that plunger, when you push it up, it actually has a stop. And that foam piece, so you can't squish your queen.
Yay.
So for the money, it was like 20 bucks or something like that. For the money, I'm going to say it's worth it. You kill your queen, you got $30 some to spend plus shipping.
Or more. Depending on where you get it.
Yes. So that plunger's nice. And you can hold her to where she sat like between these two. Then we just did our little dollop on her. Let it dry and put her back in. If our nukes that we get, hopefully within a week, if they're not marked, we're going to go ahead and mark them too, probably after a few days of them settling down. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get this one. They're kind of glued here.
This one's getting in there.
I bet we could probably pull that one off.
I just flipped the... See,
There's a whole lot of cap brood down here.
I think this is the section the last time where we
Where
accidentally...
we saw her? Yep, that's where we saw her the first time.
No, this is where we accidentally broke it apart last time.
Well, we broke it apart again just now.
A little bit. Sorry.
It's not moving real well. I was going to try to line it back up, but it's not lining up real well.
Yeah, there's still brood in there, so I'm not seeing any.
I wonder if we should tear this one off here. It looks mostly empty. I'm going to tear it off.
Yeah, and it looks like drone brood. Mostly. So not as
all right,
great
she's
of a
going.
loss.
This one's going back in. So this one, the double's kind of gone. Kind of wish.
It's like they're storing either some nectar or honey, or not honey, the sugar water in the outside corners.
I just kind of pushed that one in a little bit more so they're not going to bridge it so much.
Hopefully.
So this one we went ahead and got rid of that double. I'm still going to ask John on the other one, and maybe Ken if he wants to kick in too. That'll be good. Those of you that listen to the Hive Jive, you'll know who I'm talking about. If you're not listening to the Hive Jive, you're wrong. There's some drone over here, cap drone.
Yeah, that's mostly what was on the one that we just broke off.
All right, so this one's going to go back in. A lot of capped.
That's good.
That's real good.
Sorry if I get distracted and my phone isn't completely focused on the hive at all times. I'm looking with my eyes too. Seems like they're mostly still just on these 4, which before it was just on 2. So
yeah,
they're expanding.
And this side of this one is fully drawn. This side looks like about half drawn. So we're getting there. You girls are doing good. You're going to be about nuke size by the time our other nukes get here. Which they're hopefully going to be ready November 10th.
What?
Not November. May 10th.
May 10th. I was like, that's a ways to wait.
So I think last time we were in here, when we put that deep between the 2 mediums, that was the correct call.
Yeah.
Then, I don't know if where you guys are, you have what we have here. We have something called Bee Watch. I know it's in quite a few different states.
Bee check.
Bee check. I keep mixing Drift Watch and Bee Watch together.
Bee check.
But we have a thing called Bee Check, where that will tell like your aerial sprayers and your other spray companies where your hives are located. So it's a great idea, if you haven't, to go ahead and register with them. Because then that will hopefully lower the chances of them spraying over your hives. And they don't like dealing with people that are mad anyway. So you get a bunch of mad beekeepers calling them from spraying them, and there's really nothing they could do about it. When there's things in place for us as the beekeepers to actually go ahead and register our hives so they know where we are. It's just smarter to do that. Don't be lazy and do that so that way everyone works well together. If there's farmers around your area, like we live in a farming society here, get a hold of the farmers in your area, ask for their permission to contact the spray guys, and then get in kind of like, get in good, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Just get in good with your local farmers.
Yeah,
Talk with them. Most of the time they want to work with you, not against you. They care as well. They care about pollinators. And then, by year 2, when you get honey going,
give them a jar.
Exactly. Give them a jar. Keep everybody happy. We got one medium that's fixed up and only has one deal of comb coming off the bottom instead of 2. Like I said earlier, I'm going to ask about the other one that has basically 2 rows of the comb. We accomplished what we wanted to.
Yep, we got our queen marked.
Yep, we saw a bunch of food stores going on, lots of bee bread.
Yep.
So they're pulling in pollen, which is great. I'm thinking when we get the other nukes, I might go ahead and build a pollen feeder. I got a box that I screwed up dimensions on when I was building all my hives here, so I'm going to probably just turn that into a pollen feeder and get that set out. Probably a little ways away, probably more where it's covered, so if they do any kind of spraying, there's sure not to be anything hitting it. Marked our queen. Saw food stores. They've got a jar in there. I put that jar in yesterday, and 1/8 of it is gone. So they're pulling it in. They're drawing out the comb. They've got 4, I'd say, well, 3.5 full drawn. So we've got about halfway full on the other side. And they're investigating all the others. They're measuring them out. You can see them moving with their legs and their not antlers, wow.
Antenna.
But they're measuring with their legs and their antenna, measuring the cells. Our queen was not happy with getting pulled out of there and marked, but we got her marked, and it's going to be much easier to see her, I do believe. So, I think that concludes this inspection for now. Our nukes will be coming soon. I can't wait to shoot the video for that and show you guys our nukes. They're not any particular breed of bee, they're mutts. And I'm real excited for them because the guy that raised them, he's got a great reputation and he does a whole lot of hives. Alright, so pray for our family. We'll pray for yours. Stay healthy, stay clean. Cough into your elbows. Don't sneeze on other people. Anything?
Wash your hands, wear a mask, use hand sanitizer when you're out and about.
Just do what you're supposed to do. Alright.
This will all end faster if we all do as we're told. I'm hoping.
I know I'm skeptical on some things, but I'm still trying to just follow what they're saying. If you got a fever, stay home, obviously. Alright. We'll pray for our family. We'll pray for yours. I pray you're having a decent time and not getting bored. If you are bored, get into beekeeping. It's a fun hobby. You do so much studying. It's insane. Like I said earlier, if you're not listening to the Hive Jive, you're wrong. Do it. Podcast. iHeartRadio is where I listen to it. I listen to it all the time. They also have a Patreon. I listen to that all the time as well. Well, Mrs. Jake, what did you think about today?
I mean, it was pretty cool. We've never tried to catch a queen before, so that was fun.
Yeah, I think this was worked out really well. For 20 bucks, I think it's worth it, especially because it has a stop. It won't let you squish your queen. It's great. And, well, now we're actually done.
Do your outro.
I've been trying to do my outro. I just keep getting sidetracked. Mine going crazy. Alright, guys. Well, you have a great morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you are, wherever you are. Here at GD Honey Acres, we're having a great time. We'll catch y'all later. Bye.
Bye.